Connect. Hello, family. How we're doing today? Yes, reconnect. Okay. Blessings today. Today. What a special month. So, yesterday we start a new month in the Hebrew calendar that is called Elul. Elul for the sages is the closest connection with God. They say that in this month is where God walks with you in the closest way possible. Because we are preparing for the new year of the Hebrew calendar, that is Rosh Hashanah, that is on September. So this month dictates the next chapter of our life and how we can utilize these energies for the next season. But let's wait a little bit for people to connect. How we're doing. Thank you so much for your comments, your support, um, the insights, the feedback that I'm receiving, and more of you is joining. The intention of this space is to bring a time of integration, reflection about life, where we at. So let's start today about what I mentioned before. That it's how we can bring these 3 weeks we study Genesis. But today is an special day. As I said before, today is the beginning of a new month, a new energies. And these energies are related with how we can walk closer with God. Because God, the energies astrologically are so in tune that the veil is so thin at this time that this is the time of revelation, this is the time of connection, and literally, this is the time of blessings. How we can bring blessings into our life? That's the question, right? And how we can walk closer with God. So today, I wanted to share one of the Psalms from the King David that really resonate with myself, and let's navigate it deeper, the meaning and the structure. And it's the Psalm 23. This is a famous psalm. But I was thinking today, how can I share something from the Torah, from the Bible, from the verses, from the scriptures that can resonate with the energies of today? And it resonated with me, the Psalm 23, that it's walking with God, walking closer to God. And my question was, okay, how in the day-to-day basis I can walk with God? This is a process, right? Like we enter constantly in a rush of society and we we lost a connection. How we can tap back into God, how we can be the ones that we put aside our ego self, our own perception, and let God guide the way for us. So the Psalm 23, I'm gonna share it in English. It says here, Adonai, Elohim, God is my shepherd. Hashem is my shepherd. I lack nothing. He has me lie down in grassy pastures. He leads me by quiet waters. He restores my inner person. He guides me in the right path. For the sake of his own name, even if I pass through the darkest valley of despair, I will feel no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and staff, they support me. You prepare a table for me, even as my enemies watch. You anoint my head with oil. From an overflowing cup, you anoint me. Goodness and grace will pursue me. Every day of my life, I will live in the house of Hashem for years and years to come. The translation is from the complete Jewish Bible, so that's why it's a little bit different because how they translate it, it's to find a deeper meaning. So why I'm saying this? When I read this psalm, what I took from it is okay, what was the message of David? And there's different levels of the messages. We can go deeper in the Kabbalistic meaning. However, I wanted to share it more in the analogy. And when David, he was an artist, sat and started speaking about this psalm is a guide for us to how we can walk closer with God, right? So if you realize in the first verse is Hashem, God is my shepherd. I lack nothing. When we translate my shepherd, the word is Roy in Hebrew. And Roy is connection with a guidance system. The shepherd is the one that guides the sheep, that guard the sheep. So as a shepherd, David knew that he was taken care of. I put my guard down and let God guide the way for me. So the question for us is how we can put the guard down, how we can rest. And this is the next chapter when he says, "He let me go to green pastures and rest in those green pastures." The word is menach, that is a stillness, is rest. So how we can put ourselves outside and let God guide the way for us. Be the ones that we are so connected with God that we may don't know what is next for us, but we know that we are guided in the best way. So I go to a place of stillness, of rest. So once I reflect about this in about our life, how we can do this? How can we put God, source creator, as the shepherd of our life and us go to a place of rest, of stillness, to put the guard down and trust that we are protected and guided as a shepherd is guiding the sheep, and the sheep are chilling in the green pastures. And then it's mentioned, he leads me by quiet waters. Quiet waters, as we speak in the Bible and the Torah and the stories of the Zohar, is related with emotions. Knowing that once I let go of myself and let God guide me, He leads me to quiet waters, to relax, calm waters within my system. Because David was a Kabbalist. David studied the deep meaning of the Torah, of God. So he also led the way from an structured side of the Zohar, the Kabbalah, this insightful meaning within this text. So then he mentions something that it's so I can walk as the righteous man. And it's Sadik, the righteous path. How we can bring the righteous version of ourselves, the best version of ourselves, and let us guide the way through God as the shepherd. Good question. So the first version of this psalm, he's just structurizing and giving you the instructions of how you can let go of yourself, and by you just letting go of yourself, you will find that peace. But you need to let the guard down. So why I'm sharing this is because this month is related with walking with God, how we can walk with God, how we can release control in our relationship, in our life, how it should be, the ego, the logical mind, how to bring how it should be, all those things that we normally do in day-to-day basis, try to figure it out life. And the beautiful thing about this is that when we mention a valley, what is a valley? A valley, when I found a search for the meaning in the dictionary, a valley, it's a trail between two mountains or two hills, for that to say. So the valley, it's the thing that is between the hills, the mountains. So once you walk through a valley, you see a hill and you see another hill, but you go to the bottom, to the lowest part of that valley, of those mountains. So once we walk through the valley of despair, even though I walk, he he was referring to the darkest side of ourselves. Even when it's hard to see and perceive the light, how we can find the meaning within that darkness. And I'm gonna share here. Let me just share a Kabbalistic insight about it. Okay, so let's, even if I pass through the darkest valley, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. If you realize in life, day to day, situations happen, circumstances show up, tycoons, challenge happen constantly. And within the mind, also, we are navigating the darkness, right? The Jet Sahara, that is the evil inclination, the darkness of our life. The question will be how we can tap into the knowing that even in that darkness, there's the light. And after I pass that darkness, there's gonna prevail the light. It's just an initiation of myself. So once we walk through that valley, I will fear no evil. The evil, because the evil I know that is part of the journey to go to the next valley. I go down, I am in the valley. When I pass through the darkest valley, it's okay because I know that that is carrying me to a higher hill, a higher mountain. Because he says then, you prepare a table for me, even as my enemies watch. And again, the translation here is from the Jewish Bible, so it's a little bit different than the normal Bible. But it says here, after I pass that darkness, you have a table for me. You anoint my head with oil, and my cup is overflowing. There's a celebration after that darkness. And then goodness and grace or mercy will pursue me every day of my life. These two, goodness and grace, is connected with the tree of life, um, Gevurah and Chesed, mercy and strength, goodness, and the balance between both. So once I know that in that darkness I let go guide me, I will fear no evil because you are with me. And this is the thing that I forgot to mention, your rod and your staff. Here is key. And I invite you to read this psalm for your own and do some research in the Hebrew. But your rod, the rod is shevet, and the staff is mishnet. Literally, shevet is connecting with discipline, with boundaries. And mishnet is connecting with support, mercy. So your discipline and your support is the one that conform me. That's how you bring the righteous. Okay, so let's wrap all of this. Why I'm sharing all of this in this way, in some part, it's, let's utilize this month to walk closer with God. How? First of all, we know that God, Creator, is our shepherd, and one of the Kabbalist principles is that we don't know nothing, and that's what I like about Kabbalah. It's because even we don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. We don't know with who we're gonna end up. We don't know anything. We are constantly unveiling reality. The only one that knows is the Creator itself. So once we let go of that desire of control, because it's an illusion of control, we let go and let God guide the way. So the first process it will be, how can I surrender myself into the shepherd? I lack nothing. Because when we stop seeking, we find. And we realize that everything lies within ourselves. Everything comes from within. And he let me go into green pastures and lay down, relax, calm within myself. So how can I release the control and bring the best version of myself? Let go of that desire to let God guide the way for me. So let's integrate that into our life. I just invite you just to give some time to it. It's this month is for you to bring blessings. This month is for you to let go of control. And ask a question every day when you wake up. How can I be in the green pastures? How can I let go and let God be my shepherd? How can I be the sheep that is always feeding, that is at peace? And I know that even when I go to the darkest valley, I will fear no evil because my shepherd is with me. God is with us. The light is always there for us. Always, always, always. And those valleys is what we call the clipper, the shelf. Those shelf is just an opportunity for us to reveal the light. How we reveal that light is in the knowing and in the certain that God is with us no matter what. So the question for this month is, how can I bring God and feel God walking with me every day? You walk with me, I walk with you. God, I'm passing through adversity. I'm walking with God. I'm walking with God. And I know that there's a table waiting for me, and my cup is overflowing. This is just a preparation, it's an initiation. So this month is a month of blessings. What is the blessing that you want to bring into your life and how you can bring it into something tangible that you strengthen a connection with the light, with the Creator? This is a time for you to bring the blessings and understand that it's up to us to harvest that connection once we let go of the control and the illusion of control that we create. How we can let go and let guide the way for us. So that's the message from today. And let's close with a meditation. Let's close with a prayer. Today was more, I want you to integrate the Psalm 23 and bring it. I'm going to read it every day for this month. And remember, God or Hashem, the translation here is Adonai Hashem, is my shepherd. Sorry, I lack nothing. I lack nothing. He let me lie down in green pastures. He guided me by quiet waters. My emotions are calm. That's the path of the righteous for his name's sake. Once I know that and I do that, the path of the righteousness unfold through me, even in the darkest valley. So let's bring this. Let's bring that energy. Let's close with a prayer. Invite you to breathe. I open the space for blessings. Creator Hashem, for this month to be the month that I walk with you in the closest way possible. that I open my heart to you, that I open my ears to you, that I know that you're my shepherd and I like nothing, that I know that you lay down in green pastures, in quiet waters, that my emotions are guided by you. I feel through you, as you, by you. And let there be this month a month of blessings, of light revelation, that even if I go to the darkest valley, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your discipline, your guidance, and your strength comfort me, support me, and you prepare a table in front of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, and my cup is overflowing of blessings and love. Goodness and mercy walk with me in every day of my life. Let there be thy name. I choose to live the life of God, walk with you as you through you. That every action, every thought, every word that I said is guided by you. And I let go of control and let you guide the way for me. Hashem Adonai. Leolam Amen. Okay, so thank you so much for the space. Let's bring these energies. Read the Psalm 23. I really encourage you. I just shared the surface. Let's dive deeper. Okay. Many blessings. Utilize this energy. Walk with God. This is the month of blessings of you. Bring it to your family, into yourself, into the world, and closer to the new year. Shalom, shalom.